Picture this. You're sitting across from her, the kind of man who has been patient, supportive, always available. You reply to every message instantly, listen to every problem she shares, and rearrange your schedule just to see her smile because somewhere along the way, you were taught that effort earns affection. Movies told you persistence wins the girl. Friends told you women appreciate a good man. And society quietly repeated the same promise. If you care enough, she'll value you. But then something subtle begins to change. Her replies grow shorter. The excitement in her voice fades. And the attention that once felt warm becomes distant and cold. You sit there confused, asking yourself what you did wrong. Yet the truth is far more uncomfortable than most men are ready to hear. The problem was never that you chased poorly. The problem was that you chased at all. Human attraction is not governed by romance, but by ancient instincts buried deep inside brain chemistry. For thousands of years, survival favored men who projected independence, emotional stability, and quiet strength. A man who constantly seeks approval signals need. And in the language of evolutionary psychology, need often translates to low value. Your brain processes this through dopamine, the chemical responsible for anticipation and reward. Scarcity stimulates dopamine. Uncertainty keeps the mind engaged, but predictability slowly kills the excitement. When you constantly chase someone, you remove the mystery that keeps attraction alive. And once mystery disappears, the emotional tension fades with it. Attraction is not magic. It's an invisible psychological mechanism, an emotional economy where value rises and falls depending on scarcity and perceived power. In every relationship, there is a silent balance, and the person who needs the connection more slowly loses leverage. Think about the patterns most men fall into. Double texting, apologizing for things they didn't do, canceling plans with friends just to be available. At first, it feels generous, even noble, but over time, something shifts inside her perception. Your constant attention becomes easy dopamine, easy validation, and the human brain adapts quickly to easy rewards. What once felt special becomes ordinary. What once felt valuable becomes expected. This is the scarcity principle in action. The rarer something is, the more the brain values it, the more abundant it becomes, the less emotional impact it carries. Attraction thrives in tension, in uncertainty, in the subtle space where curiosity lives. When that space disappears, attraction quietly fades, and the warning signs begin to appear. Replies take longer, messages become shorter, eye contact softens, enthusiasm disappears, and suddenly she seems busy more often than before. Most men see these changes and try to rationalize them. They tell themselves she's stressed or tired or distracted, but deep down, they sense the shift long before they admit it. And this is where the fatal mistake begins. Instead of stepping back, they chase harder. Longer messages, more compliments, more emotional explanations, trying to repair something that cannot be negotiated back into existence. Modern culture quietly encourages this behavior. Romantic stories celebrate the man who refuses to give up. Dating advice often tells men to prove their love through effort, and social media conditions men to seek validation through attention and approval. Generation after generation of men are taught the same script. Pursue harder, show more emotion, prove your devotion. But attraction doesn't operate on fairness or effort. It operates on psychology, and psychology rarely rewards desperation. As the dynamic continues to tilt, the collapse becomes inevitable. You sense her pulling away, so you increase your effort. thinking more attention will bring her back. Instead, it creates pressure. You feel anxious, she feels overwhelmed, and the emotional balance begins to break down. Eventually, the words arrive that countless men have heard before. She needs space, or she thinks it would be better to just be friends. The cruel irony is that the moment you made her the center of your world was the moment you quietly lost your position within it. Attraction cannot be argued into existence. It cannot be negotiated through logic, and it cannot survive desperation. Respect and neediness cannot live in the same emotional environment. Every woman, consciously or unconsciously, is observing one thing above all else: your emotional stability. The moment your happiness becomes dependent on her approval, you surrender something essential. And the human mind rarely respects someone who surrenders their value. But something interesting happens when a man stops chasing. The silence that follows feels uncomfortable at first. You stop texting first, stop explaining yourself, stop rearranging your life around someone else's attention, and slowly, the dynamic shifts. When a man builds a mission bigger than the relationship, when his time becomes scarce and his emotional center becomes stable, something powerful begins to emerge. He no longer seeks validation because his identity no longer depends on it. And the moment a man stops needing approval is the moment the world begins to see him differently. Not because he became cruel or manipulative, but because he finally became independent.